We are heading to Munich to spend the new year.
That is what I was expecting from the astronomical clock.
She just like filled my heart right up. Good morning, everyone.
This is going to be an interesting one because Munich was never on our route at any point in the planning. Basically, not even until a week and a half ago. Originally, we would have gone to Vienna from here, but most things, actually, I think everything, accommodation-wise, was booked up, probably because the holiday makes sense.
Yes.
Except for like expensive hotel rooms and things. So we figured, you know, we could just head into Munich instead and then head down into Switzerland.
We do get to see my old friend from college in Munich. She lives there, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah. We haven't really had a lot of fully social experiences spending time with people. So this will be an interesting change of pace for us, I think. And it's also interesting because it's the first time in the trip that we're returning to a country. It's not the last time, but it's the first time in this trip that we're returning to a country that we've been previously. So let's go to Munich, shall we?
Finally made it after 5 hours on a bus, which truly wasn't that bad of a bus ride. And we have a nice room, spacious, clean so far. We don't have our own bathroom, but that's okay. Welcome, or not welcome. Hi, Munich, I guess. What do I even say?
So you would be forgiven for thinking that this is the same day that we arrived, but that is not the case. It is actually the day after. Yesterday was a very long travel day. We went out, I mean, it was Lauryn's birthday as well. So we went out and just got some dinner, just did a little bit of walking around. And today was one of those days where we just caught up on a lot of stuff we needed to get done. It's New Year's Eve, so we are going out to celebrate. We're gonna spend a few hours downtown, see what there is to see. But tomorrow's gonna be the really big, like, touristy day here in Munich. Today was more of just a, you know, reset, yeah.
Because honestly, like, yesterday took a lot out of us. You would be surprised how sitting on a bus is actually like really exhausting.
Yeah.
And Brian edits like crazy, so he just needed some time. We got pictures transferred over, all that type of stuff. So
yeah, there's a lot of pictures and a lot of videos, obviously, that we've been taking and need to get organized. And
also, I've said this a bunch, but if you're new here, this is our lives, you know, so it is 3 months, not just one big vacation. We have to be sustainable about it.
Yeah.
So today was just a lazy day, but we're excited to explore. And we're in the downtown area pretty much now. So we're gonna walk around, go into some shops, and then get some dinner.
Yep. So I believe that up there is the Glockenspiel, which tells, I think, the story of Munich as a city with like moving people and parts and stuff. Sort of what I was expecting the astronomical clock in Prague to do. I could be wrong, it could be somewhere else, but I think it's in this tower here. We're gonna come see it tomorrow. It's at 11 a.m. and then noon. And in the summer months, there's a 5 p.m. show as well. But at noon tomorrow, I think we're gonna try to see it because it would be really cool to come back. I wanna see this entire, you know, city center area in the daytime.
Also, the wind is pretty strong and it's raining, like, pretty significantly.
It didn't rain all day. It literally decided to rain when we left our hostel.
Yeah, so we'll definitely sightsee a lot more tomorrow because it's kind of hard to in the pouring rain. And we may like go to a bar before dinner or something, we'll see. But it's still really pretty at night.
I will say the absolutely terrible weather is very familiar to us from the other two German cities. Hamburg had the heaviest rain I've ever experienced in December, and Berlin had the coldest day that we've had on this entire trip. So yeah, Germany has not impressed us with its weather. I mean, I get it. It's New Year's Eve. It's December, but we did just come from Prague, which felt a good, like 15 degrees warmer Fahrenheit. And I'm starting to really miss that Lisbon weather.
1 hour later.
So we just had dinner at Hans im Glück. It's the second time we've eaten there in Germany. We've also eaten at a place that's like almost identical called Peter Pan.
Which we did research into and know that there was a whole ownership situation. So the same guy who opened one owned the other type of thing.
Yeah, a franchisee.
Yeah.
Basically just copied the restaurant or the interior design of the Hans im Glück restaurants, and they settled in court or whatever. Interesting, because like when we went to, I think we went to Peter Pan first in Hamburg, and then we went to Hans im Glück in Berlin, and we thought like, okay, this has to be the same restaurant, just with a different name. Yeah.
Anyways, it's been one of our favorite chains here, and we're guilty of that. But again, we're not foodies, so
yeah,
we liked it. But we are determined to stay up until midnight. Mm-hmm. We're old, and we like to be in bed for a while. But so yeah, we're gonna go bars near us on here. So we're gonna find maybe a bar to hang out for a couple of hours, and find another one to spend the New Year at.
Right. For context, it is about
almost 8 o'clock.
Yeah, it's almost 8 o'clock. So we've got a little ways to go. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's true. We are a little bit old in that way. Even though this channel's quarter life crisis, and Lauryn just turned 26 yesterday.
We go to bed like we're 80, which
right.
I personally like. But yeah.
Hey, yeah. We are who we are.
A few moments later.
So we made it to an Irish pub, which is what Brian and I like to do. And I got a pear cider. Brian, of course, got a Guinness. And I think we've decided that we're just gonna stay here for the next 4 hours because we were lucky enough to find this table. There's gonna be live music, so yeah. Oh, are you recording stuff?
Still delicious. Speaking of Guinness, if you haven't seen our first Dublin video, we actually take the Guinness tour. We see where it's actually brewed. And then also, if you go watch our Barcelona video, we basically go to an Irish pub in Barcelona, and well, I had probably 3 too many drinks there. So yeah, there's a strong connection with Irish pubs and Guinness on this trip. Just felt the need to mention that right now. So we basically spent 4+ hours at that corner table just waiting for the countdown to midnight to complete. And we passed the time doing all sorts of things. I mean, we played random little games. We had very deep, very meaningful conversations about the past, about the trip, about our future now that we were engaged. Honestly, one of the highlights of the entire trip was just sitting in that Irish pub at that corner table, getting excited about the new year. So we're doing our best to role play as normal humans today because we had a late night and drank a lot and we don't feel so good today.
But it's our last day in Munich, so we're going to take advantage of our time here. We're meeting my friend from college for coffee in about an hour, so I'm excited to catch up with her. She has lived here for several years, so I kind of want to pick her brain about what it's like living here in Germany as an American. And yeah, so we'll do that, but we're heading to see the Glockenspiel.
Yes.
It goes off in 15 minutes, so.
Or 3 seconds for you guys. 3, 2, 1, Glockenspiel. So the Glockenspiel performance, if we remember correctly, was something like 5 or 6 minutes long. We're just going to show you a small snippet of it here, and we're also going to speed it up. So that is sort of what I was expecting from the astronomical clock in Prague. Just a bit more of those like clockwork characters coming out and moving. So that was definitely really, really interesting. Also, this whole area, looks just like extra special in the daytime. It wasn't super lit up last night, but obviously like you could tell like there were some very spectacular looking bits of architecture around here. That church certainly with the Glockenspiel is a standout. Just very, very detailed. I don't really know what else to say. Anything to add?
Yeah, it also helps that it's not raining.
That's true.
So
it's very true, although it is very cold.
it is cold, yeah.
Yeah.
But we're trying to find a souvenir shop so Brian can get a pin.
Yeah.
My hopes are low at the moment because a lot of places are closed since it's New Year's Day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it also doesn't seem to be a super touristy city, so that also doesn't help.
Or it's not like very busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we will make something happen.
It's cold. So no luck on a souvenir yet, but we found this park and a little bit of time until we meet up with my friends, so it feels also nice out. It's chilly, but it feels good.
I have to say I am enjoying Munich from a walk down a street, turn a corner, and have like 2 or 3 different interesting landmarks to see. Head further down, look around, more interesting landmarks. I'm liking it from that standpoint. Not every city that we've visited has had that. Sometimes you have to really go looking for very specific, interesting buildings, but Munich is it's one of those places we had zero expectations for, and yeah, there's a lot of beauty here that I wasn't really expecting to find. And speaking of beauty, this church, the one that you saw earlier, the yellow one, the inside, I think is probably in my top 3 favorite churches of the entire trip. I mean, the white looks amazing. It's simpler than a lot of the churches we saw, but there's just something about it that, I don't know, the simplicity, the color scheme, all of it. It's just absolutely gorgeous. One of my favorite churches, as I said.
So we just got done getting some drinks with my friend Bella, who lives here. I just have to say, she just like filled my heart right up. She was just a piece of home, and she gave us so much insight about living here and so much motivation about our channel. She works in marketing and stuff, so it was just a wonderful, wonderful time. I mean, what did you think?
Yeah, she had a very bubbly personality, very easy to talk to. And also, it was interesting to learn, because I didn't know this, or I'd maybe forgotten. She is the reason that Lauryn started working at NTV, the TV station that we met at. So if it weren't for Bella, you know, even if I had ended up out there, there would have been no Lauryn. So how full circle that the kind of the reason that we're together, you know, the
What
person
brought me to Nebraska.
Yeah, the person responsible for Lauryn getting to the TV station that I then went to, and we met, and then fell in love and went on this trip and ended up in Munich, Germany now to sort of meet up with that person.
Yeah.
Weird full circle, like.
And also, you know, we've said before that Munich wasn't actually
Wasn't
on
on
our
our
route.
Yeah.
And last minute it just became part of our trip. And I knew if we had come to Munich, I was going to reach out to her. I couldn't not be here and not see her. So
Right.
very full circle.
Yeah.
It was like a small world. And it was, Brian and I have had interactions with people on this trip. Truly, we've had interactions with one other person that was all the way back in London. So it was so nice to talk to someone else. No offense, I love you, but
No. Yeah, we, you know, we've been a bit isolated, you know, partly self-imposed. We haven't gone around to like people in hostels and been like, hey, you guys want to go out and do stuff? We're kind of on our own journey here. Yeah. But, you know, if opportunities had presented themselves, we would have accepted them. It just worked out that they didn't, other than in London. So yeah, to have like another person to actually go do something with and talk to for hours, like
pick their brain about this incredible life that she's living.
Yeah.
She's the only person, one of the only people that we know, the only person I really know who lives out here.
Right.
Who is from America and lives in Europe, so.
Yeah. It's interesting to get her perspective, you know, on this place that we're just here visiting.
Yeah. So thank you, Bella, for a wonderful time.
Indeed.
And the inspiration and yeah, just the love. It was so nice. What are we doing now?
We're going to
the Hofbrauhaus.
Yep.
Maybe get a pretzel. Probably not beer.
Probably not. We had a little bit.
We had enough.
Too much last night.
But we'll see you there.
Yes.
It's cold and hard.
It's a pretzel.
Nothing special about it. It'd be better if it was warm.
That's really good. Got some potatoes here. It's like mustard mixed in.
Oh, that's
too.
potato salad. Can I try?
I'm not a potato salad person.
I like it, but it's so mustardy. But I believe it. Here's what I'll say. It tastes like mac and cheese, kind of, but with very different texture of noodles. I've had this before at a German restaurant in Denver, and I liked it, so that's why I got it. It's interesting, you should try it.
What is it called?
We'll put it up here.
Yeah, you're right. It's like mac and cheese, just slightly different noodles, but
It's
delicious.
Good. Yeah, share with me.
Well, I'm going to. Well, I think that was a perfect way to sort of cap off our time, not just here in Munich, but here in Germany. We finally got just that little taste of, well, literally taste as well, of Bavarian culture. You know, we had some food there, like that was sort of authentically Bavarian, and
as you guys know, if you've been watching, we don't try the local food a ton. We're just not foodies, we're picky, but it was cool to let our guard down a bit and try it, and it was really good. We were very impressed, and we got some cool souvenirs from Deutschland to bring home, and we're gonna just turn in for the night. We have this nice window to do some work before we have 5 hours on a train to get us to our 11th country?
11th or I think 11th country. Wow, crazy.
So goodbye Deutschland.
Goodbye Deutschland.
Are we saying bye to them now?
We'll see what happens. You may see a bit more of us here, or else we'll see you next. I don't really know.
Yeah, okay.
This is awkward. So let's make it more awkward by ending the video with a random panda bear having its nose touched. See you next week. They look like they're just painted into the landscape.
We have gotten so lucky with the weather here.
Well, you can't have everything, so moving on.